one of the ways that I'm making this European dream happen is basically rendering myself unemployed. So the shop can still run itself while I'm away, but means I kind of have no job. And that's kind of kicking off now. It's 3 weeks until we leave, but work's pretty much drying up for me, which carries with it a whole host of problems, namely I'm going to be very poor. However, it means that I'm pretty flexible with my running schedule over the next few weeks, which is convenient because, you know, I'm still feeling a little less than 100%. And I'd usually head out for my long run today, although I'm going to push that back to tomorrow. Head out for a steady 2.5 hours today, test the legs, hopefully get a reasonable amount of climbing in, and yeah, have a good time. Although the weather is turning, I believe it's just starting to rain now, so it might get wet. Anyway, I'm gonna try and start before it actually starts raining solidly, so let's get to it. That was good. I stayed dry for the most part. 24 Ks in 3 hours, 1,400 meters of vert, 105 grams of carbs per hour. Them's the stats. Whew. Probably worked a little more than I'd hoped for that run, especially because the plan is for another solid run tomorrow, but we'll see. Maybe one of these back-to-back double big runs. It's just what the doctor ordered. You know, I sometimes wonder how much of my running is motivated by my desire just to justify drinking beer. I think maybe in another life I would have had a YouTube channel dedicated to craft beer. This one in particular is really taking my fancy at the moment. Brewdog, it's these guys are from Brisbane. It's like the original Australian craft brewery. And usually I'm a pretty straight up West Coast IPA kind of guy. But this one, this is really tickling my fancy. 6%, which is like the magic number. And it's a marshmallow and pineapple hazy IPA. Whew, so far, beer of the year in my opinion. On the road again. I'm actually just heading into town to pick up the orthotics that I got fit for the other week. So yeah, it feels good to get that organized before it's too late and running around the European Alps with broken feet. Yeah, hopefully doing all the right things to make sure that doesn't happen. So then I got the whole day off. So yeah, still feeling a little bit tired and sore after yesterday's 3 hours, but I'm gonna plan for 4 hours today. Back-to-back long runs. Yeah, hopefully get up towards 2,000 meters of climbing in today's run. Not expecting to feel spectacular at all, but that's okay. Sometimes running when you're feeling less than amazing is a good thing. That's the plan for today. The sun is shining again, so should be a nice one out. You know, it feels funny to pay a professional and have them tell you how to do your shoes up. I don't know. I mean, Ryan's a good guy. He's a mate of mine. He knows what he's talking about and is concerned for the welfare of my feet. And so, yeah, I guess we'll give these laces a go. I have a feeling my heel's gonna slip all over the shop and, yeah, be cranking them down in no time. But, yeah, time to go get my run done. I got my walking sticks today. Yeah, hopefully whip them out and yeah, get practicing with the walking sticks. Anyway, I'm gonna go do it. Day's getting away. That was a good run. Yeah, I typically don't, I actually never benchmark my fitness with 5K time trials or anything like that. However, I did this exact run pretty much like 3 or 4 weeks ago, and it felt so much better today. I was all zone 2, just cruising, taking it easy because yeah, I had a big day yesterday and I am still sore from the gym, but even with all those things accounted for, it felt good. I am keen to get over to the mountains in Europe and see how this fitness translates, but for me at least, the signs are good. And if my calculations are correct, I consumed 120 grams of carbohydrate per hour. Now I know what you're thinking. That costs a lot of money. I'm pretty sure that was about $10 an hour that run cost me in sugar. But I'm on these precision gels, the big boy ones, the 90 grammers, and they are going down all too easy. So yeah, I don't know how I'm gonna afford this expensive sugar habit that I have, but 120 grams, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. Okay. Yeah, that was good. 34 Ks, just over 4 hours, and tantalizingly close to 2,000 meters of vert. I will one day eke out an extra 50 meters from that run somewhere, but yeah, until then, tantalizingly close to 2,000 meters. But yeah, happy with that, felt really good. Surprisingly so, actually, which is good for the motivation and the headspace going forward for sure. Yeah, I just got home, smashed a protein shake, inhaled some banana bread, treated myself to a little beery, and then, yeah, actually time to think about dinner. This is a selfish endeavor, training for an ultra marathon. I had one appointment today and then went for a long run, but that's day done. Oh dear. Lucky my better half also understands. But yeah, shower, cooking dinner, day done. It's early. I mean, I can't complain though. Sarah's already out running. It's real cold and windy too. Yeah, this one's gonna be a doozy. The time has come for some hard work. Yeah. I cannot wait to be in Europe and be on the Pro Hours program. Getting up at 5 a.m. to go run hill intervals in the dark. This is no fun. I mean, there is a small part of me that quite enjoys how sort of hardcore you feel doing that, but it's no good. Objectively, no fun. It was 16 1-minute hill efforts. Hard. You know, recently I've been a student of the intensity controlled intervals, and yeah, look, I'm feeling really good for the practice, but it's my understanding that every once in a while you should actually let loose and rip in and do some VO2 max work, and so that was this morning. I feel sick. Oh man. But I mean, the advantage of getting up at 5 a.m. and getting that done is that it's done now. It's one of my last days of work, so I'll do that. Maybe step into the gym again this afternoon. And that's gonna be my sad day. It's Sunday, which can only mean one thing. It's time for Sunday loop. Oh, that is another good one to finish a good week. The Sunday loop is one of my favorites. And even in spite of burying myself yesterday morning with some intervals and then lifting heavy in the gym yesterday afternoon, I felt really strong on today's run. I wasn't particularly fast, I wasn't pushing, just keeping it all zone 2. And I think this zone 2 training is largely responsible for how fit I feel at the moment. In a nutshell, it's just running easy. 80 to 90% of my running is easy. And then twice a week, I do some more moderate efforts, intensity controlled efforts. So I'm not all out, but I'm pushing. It's uncomfortable. And then I sprinkle in a little bit of real hard stuff, mostly in strides after a couple of my easy runs during the weeks. And then, yeah, once every couple of weeks, I think the idea is to plan in a session where you actually bury yourself. I felt like throwing up after those intervals yesterday. So that was that. So yeah, the fitness is coming along nicely. I'm happy about that. 130 Ks for the week in nearly 14 hours of running. Whew, that is a time-consuming sport. And I cracked 5,000 meters of vert, which is the first time I've ever done that in training. I said at the start of this block I wasn't gonna chase vert over here. The vert will come without even trying once we hit the European mountain. So to accumulate 5,000 meters without particularly searching for it, feels good. Anyway, the next 2 weeks are school holidays, so it's gonna be busy. But before I know it, I'll be on the other side of the planet with only running to consume my days. So yeah, we'll get through this, no worries. Anyway, thanks again for watching, and yeah, I guess I'll catch you in the next one. You can't have a competition one week and then not other weeks. Come on, tell me how much you got. Now you started it.
You were punching down, mate. I was punching up. That's funny. I ran 111 kilometers, 4,000. Ooh, there's so many ones. 4,111. I can't read numbers. And just 12 hours. 12 highs. Oh, I know, and you won. That's cute.